Well, it's the best day of the week. It's exactly the middle of the month and we're feeling all the positive Thursday vibes. Hi and welcome to Joy News Interactive, where we talk about what's closest to your heart. Where we're live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. On the DSTV channel, we're on 421. On the Go TV channel, it's 144. Catch us on our social media platforms. What's up? It's 0560-800,000. And on Facebook and Twitter, we're at Joy News on TV or JN Interactive GH. All right, then let's get started. Today marks International Democracy Day, a United Nations instituted holiday, and this day has the theme for 2016 as being Democracy and the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Now, as members of the World Body, as we remember and reinforce our commitment to enforcing democracy in our respective countries, let's bring the conversation home a little. In Ghana, as in many African countries, there was the traditional form of governance before the adoption of Western-style democracy. So this morning on Joy News Interactive, we're asking you, as a country and as a continent, has the wholesale adoption of Western democracy helped or hindered us?
I must say it has not really helped us at all, because we are Africans. We have our own system of democracy that govern us. So for us, abandoning our own and adopting a Western way of democracy isn't the best way. And moreover, as we can see, there are a lot of things that the Western democracy are doing which we are not doing here. We are way below their standard. So to me, if you ask me, I'll just tell you that no, we really have to go back to our traditional forms of government. But that is our natural system of governance. Okay, so I believe that we go back to it. It will really help us and do a lot of good to us, rather than sticking to the Western way of democracy, which is not really helping us, because we are not doing what's responses or what complement what they are doing there.
The democracy itself is for me, how they've left their culture, and we have left our culture and are following their culture. For me, it's not advisable. We have to sit down and read this one, get our own way of learning our own culture and admiring it.
I think it has rather deteriorated everything, because as an African or a Ghanaians as a whole, we have a peculiar way of doing our things. Bringing in foreign way of doing things and copying them from how they go about their democracy as rather Western everything. You can see from the way we do our things, when we bring in Western cultures into our governance system, it doesn't help us. So I think we ought to focus on our traditional way of doing things.
We have multi-democracy in Ghana, and it's very good. It's better than one party or that kind of thing. So it's very good for us.
For me, I think it has made Ghana more democratic, because for the past few years, our elections has been improving, and looking at what is happening in other countries who are trying to adopt the democratic ways, where they usually end up in conflict, Ghana has come a long way in the democracy world.
Oh, I think it has made Ghana a less democratic state. Yeah, because after campaign everything, the leaders go out there, they do things in their way. They don't really involve the mass, which is very bad. So you can really see a problem in a community or in a district, but the MP is outside the country, enjoying somewhere. Doesn't really think about what is going on in the vicinity. Yeah, so with that, you just can't do anything about it. You just have to wait for 4 years to vote again, and another MP to come in. You don't know what he's going to do. So I think it's very bad.
So some of your views on the streets of Accra concerning Ghana, democracy, and whether taking the Western style of democracy and leaving behind traditional modes of democracy, modes of governance that we used to have before, has helped or hindered the nation. A couple of your messages coming in right now. Jerry Afeku writes, democracy is not good for Africa because those who need to implement it are not available for its practice. Let's check out what you're also saying on Facebook. Nana Kumnipa writes, Ghana is doing quite well, and I hope and believe that one day we'll get to the level where of the United States, Germany, Britain, etc. And we've gotten to that level where they've allowed their institutions to work. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Prince Nuruddin writes, Ghana is doing well when it comes to democratic credentials. May God continue to save our country against any external aggression. Kakra Courage Edu is also writing, Ghana is doing well in our democratic experiments, and but we just have to advise ourselves to be more tolerant. And Apia Kubi does not believe it, says we only get cheaters as leaders. More messages coming in on WhatsApp concerning democracy. Well, Ghana should have allowed our colonial masters to rule this country. It would have been better than 27 years or several decades of Ghanaian-led democracy. Keep sending us your thoughts and your views on this via WhatsApp, that's 0560800000, and on Facebook we're at Joy News on TV. Now let's move a little bit away from International Democracy Day and shift to what is probably our own modern day fairy tale in football. Well, those who follow English Premier League, when Leicester stunned the world by winning it for the first time in their history, well, something similar has happened here in Ghana. Yesterday, WA All Stars beat Adriana Stars 2-1 to become the first team from any of the three northern regions to win the Ghana Premier League, as well as winning it for the first time in their history. And that's huge news, not only for lovers of the local league, but for the rest of us who believe in football fairy tales coming true. Let's get your thoughts on this.
I'm very happy for that. Coming from the North End, it's the first time a team from the North has come far to win the team. So we're very happy for them.
Because they worked hard, hard work pays. So while Stars winning the league, it's not any big thing because they went to do their homework and now they are back and they've taken the league. So I think that they deserve the league.
Oh, for me, when I heard it, I was very surprised because I wasn't expecting them to win the league, and it's a very big surprise for me. But for which I know that now they'll be going to Africa. Then I'm just praying that when they get to Africa, they'll make Ghana proud, and which will be also a plus for them.
In fact, yesterday I was told, I didn't listen to the commentary, but I was told the referee awarded a very doubtful penalty against their opponents, which I think it was not very good in our local Premier League. I think the referees ought to be fair to all the clubs so that anyone who comes out victorious will know that really he has played well and it has won it fairly. So I think we have to be fair to all the teams in the Premier League.
From my opinion, I think while Stars winning the league shows that there are other teams in the league that can also win the league. Considering the fact that the past few years it has been always Accra House of Folk and Kotoko and also Adriana Stars. So while Stars has also shown that there are some teams, especially coming from the north, and showing that they can also win the league, shows that at least there are some teams in Ghana that can show that they also have the potentials to win the league.
And that's some of you from the streets of Accra sharing your congratulations with WA All Stars for their historic and momentous win. Here is a message coming in from Jerry saying, congrats to the WA All Stars. Hard work pays. They should keep it up. Northern Blues for real. And here's one on democracy. You didn't add your name, but you have said that democracy has made us worse off. We need a benevolent military leader. Well, I think now I understand why you didn't add your name and location. You're still listening to Joy News Interactive. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, you're welcome back to Joy News Interactive, live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV, as well as DSTV and the Go TV channel. Well, you know, we've been talking about the WA All-Stars winning the Ghana Premier League for the first time in their history, and also being the first team from any three of the northern regions to win it, for the very first time. Plus, we're looking at International Day of Democracy. Has the wholesale adoption of Western-style democracy helped us or harmed us as a nation? Send us your comments and views on 0560800000. That's on WhatsApp, and on Facebook we're Joy News on TV. Let's take a look at what you've been saying on Facebook about the WA All-Stars and their historic win yesterday and winning the Premier League for the very first time. Prince Nuruddin says, congratulations for making we the Northerners proud. Kudos to WA All-Stars and keep it up. Jomo adds, well done ND, all the very best as you celebrate your victory. Ishmael Halil says they deserve it and more. They've been consistent in the top since day one. Congrats, my heroes. Finn Ebenezer, GFA and referee committee. Yes, well, I'm not sure what you're trying to write over there. Perhaps you can add, some explanation. Owusu Eric says, well, what happened yesterday it was different. Nazaro adds, wow, surprising things happening, but please, can it be a transfer? Josiah says, a thumbs up to WA All-Stars. Apia Kubi says, wow, what a wow, and congratulations, WA All-Stars. Well, we've been getting more messages on the WA All-Stars and also on democracy. And on this channel, we do not endorse military dictatorships or even benevolent military dictatorships. So let's just mind the words that we use when we're sending them onto this social media platform. Okay, here's another one saying, well done to the WA All-Stars. And Papa Aka from Dallas says, democracy is good for Africa. We just need to do checks and balances and taking of bribes by people in authority positions. And that is your opinion, sending it to us live on Joy News Interactive. Solomon Kaswa from Kaswa also adding his congrats to WA All-Stars, just applauding the boys from the northern region for winning this trophy for the first time in their history. Yakubu Ibn Chambers from Wale Wale writes, Leicester City exemplified and transmogrified in Ghana. Congratulations to the WA All-Stars. Keep on sending us your messages with all your interesting phrases and turns of phrases right here on the Joy News Interactive program. Here is another one from Emmanuel on democracy, saying that, yes, well, the WA All-Stars have done an amazing job and we wish them all the best in their future. Oh, and here's another one saying, well, I do hope Real Tamale United will follow suit and win the trophy. Well, you never know. If WA All-Stars has won it against all odds, there's always hope for the smaller teams. Well, we're still taking in your views on the WA All-Stars and on democracy, and also a very interesting trend that has been happening on social media on, funny spins on the National Development Authority names. We'll be sharing those with you pretty shortly. But first, why not let's just take a look at what's happening on Facebook this morning before we check out WhatsApp messages. On Facebook, we've been looking at some weird spin-offs of development area names, like the Ekumfi Youth Association and Development Authority became EADA, and then Teshi Beach Development Authority became TEBIDA. So you can send in some of your messages there. On Western democracy, Emmanuel from Hohoi adds, Western democracy is good for Africa, provided we portray it and practice it well. That's your opinion. And another one coming in saying, well, the WA All-Stars have definitely achieved something momentous this year, and we'll be watching out for more of them. Kwame writes, WA All-Star victory shows all the smaller teams can also win the league. And on the democracy issue, Utah from Techiman says, democracy in Africa can simply be described in the words of a particular poet as something huge and, a sense of doom. Can't you see it was supposed to be for the people? Well, we can never be sure. Those are just your opinions. Let us know on WhatsApp and on Facebook. Speaking of democracy, have you ever... WhatsApp or on Facebook. Well, Francis from Navrongo, still on the democracy issue, says, well, democracy has really helped us because minority groups can also comment on key issues without detention, but it also has its shortcomings. Together, we can go far. Another one here coming from Yakubu adds, I have always maintained that as Africans and Ghanaians in particular, we have not been very good students of democracy. Ever since our colonial masters left the shores, democracy in Ghana has been abused. And more messages coming in for the WA All-Stars for making it to the pinnacle of football in Ghana. DDK from Saula writes, congratulations WA All-Stars for making Northern Region proud in the sports arena. Liturgist adds, better luck next time to my darling club Hearts of Oak, but congratulations to WA All-Stars. We have one here coming in from David. Says democracy is a good thing, but Africans and particularly Ghanaians have over-democratized our way of doing things, just like everything else. Godfred adds, the best comes from the West. Great work done. WA All-Stars, WA All-Stars, all the way. More messages. Hey, another one here with the big smiley face that says, I'm in WA and we are enjoying all the celebrations after the wins from WA All-Stars yesterday. Israel also writes, democracy was meant to help every race, but from the look of things, we had better go back to, we had better have gone back to our colonial masters. Interesting take that you have over there. More congrats to the WA All-Stars. Lack writing, congrats to WA All-Stars, wishing them all the best in their next encounter in Africa, and to the other smaller teams, they can do better also. Well, and that's how we're wrapping up Joy News Interactive this morning. Thank you so much for your time and your company, but do stay on the Joy News channel for more great programs. Have a great day.